See, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They go play action with Willis. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. It's certainly not how they envision the start to this when you give up the touchdown, and they take a shot on the first play from scrimmage offensively, Charles, but it gets intercepted.
Yeah, instead of just trying to nibble and, work your way downfield, they tried to take a nice little chunk there. It didn't pay off for them. Now the defense runs on the field, having already given up a touchdown the first drive, hoping to get their legs under them and slow them down.
And all those mistakes, they just seem magnified here in the playoffs. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Again, they run it with Polk. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Polk. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. A nice run right there, and we talked this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden is a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Willis with it on 3rd and 1. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Walker now on 1st and 10. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They go play action with Hurts. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all, and you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the counter, it's Walker. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hawk 70. Mustang 19.
Here's Willis now off the play fake. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 13-0 is the score after 1. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run it with Cole. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Hurts. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. play fake. Here's Hurts. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have it here just past the 25. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
This is Pohl. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Third down, it's Willis. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8. 18, play action. Here's Hurts. Blitz coming, and down he goes. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. On second down, it's Walker. And he'll get this one up to the 26. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Willis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Willis.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
This is brought in at the 21.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set.
60.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
On the ball, on the ball.
Willis now off play action. Rolling to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time going through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They run again with Walker. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a draw play. It's Walker. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. Walker trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Running right, here's Walker, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
19 right.
Hurts will throw. It's complete, and he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Play action, Willis.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Azeez Ojulari.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now, standing just outside his own goal line. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going, and that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And going right back to Walker. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Seven Pirates.
On 1st down, Willis. He finds Pickens over the middle. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina! George Pickens, 44 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. One quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
70 Rangers.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's got it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here, not done in the 4th. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, pass.
Following the fumble recovery, Willis. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Check, Panther.
Now a give, right side. Polk down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Willis. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 64 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Walker with another carry.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Completes this one to Pickens.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Willis will look to throw on 1st down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Willis now off of play action. That's complete right side to Kmet.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Okay, ready?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Play action. Here's Willis. Pickens is there on the crossing route.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go now.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Malik Willis.
A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2.
Willis will try and throw for this.
Buying time to his left. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 34. 138 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try for the first with Walker. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Willis. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. But that's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start.